Good morning. Hi, everybody. How we doing? Just things already. Brain's not working. We're getting things set up. I had a rough start. A lot of my software is not cooperating. And Windows is like, hey, you should probably update. So that's what's going on. Hey, Riandana. Morning. Good morning, Bengali. How are you? Thanks for joining me today. We're probably going to hop into the Sandbox, see what the new content is. I want to be a little more supportive. Hey, whoa, hey now. Bengali's buying a creator coin. Yo, what's up? Well, congratulations, Bengali. So I can send you a message. Or, if you'd like, tell me what meme is your favorite. And I can send one over. Or again, brain's not working. If you tell me what your favorite meme is, I'll add it to the stream. Or, I'll send you a message. You can show me your Matic Polygon address. Okay, you want that coin? Perfect. I will send you a coin. I'm writing it down right now. I also have Sage 4's name written down. Because they too had redeemed a coin. Congratulations, I am Bengali. So, for those of you unaware what creator coins do, here's a little summary. Memes are like the big thing you can definitely do right now, but if you collect 5 of them, I'm going to do a 1 out of 1 NFT series. And yeah, I think that'll be fun. It's also a little bit of a challenge. I use a 3D modeling software, and it takes me, a little bit of time to make an NFT. But they're custom. So we're hopping into the alpha here. We're just going to play through the single player mode. This is the one that came out today. It's called Dungeon of... What is it? Drumsy? I want to get it right. Dungeon of Dumb Yees. This is what we're looking at. So if you wanted to join us, or, play on your own, you would click Dungeon of Dumsy on the game box, the sandbox.game. Oh my gosh, today is already a bad start. Okay, perfect. I'm Bengali. Yep. So again, sandbox.game. Left side of the screen, you'll see the alpha. You'll need to make an account. Hopefully you've already done that. But then you just click on this little glowing icon that is not, desaturated black and white. So that means it's playable. You click it, scroll down, play on the bottom. Perfect. You're good. You're in. So let's go ahead and do this quest. Ha! A new victim. A challenger to face my dungeon. Are you up for the challenge? If you want to win this challenge, find the wide portal located at the end of the dungeon. It's up to you to reach it. Won't be easy. Some have tried, but they've encountered problems. Okay, but I can't let you proceed until you're equipped. At the basic level, you can find a sword on the other side of this door. Press I to open up your inventory. Then double-click the sword to equip it. Once you're set, try to interact with the lever next to the table. May fortune be with you. Well, I don't need your sword. I got better sword. And a hat. Do I have sound playing? Like, my whole computer is very laggy, so we'll see what happens. Picking up a sword, picking up a sword. Go west! Good morning to you. So it looks like they updated this a little bit, but this is something that was in Alpha 1. Appears there's tons of voxelite everywhere around. They may have redecorated just a little bit. It looks like I can not skip things. There is an invisible wall. Tons of quests though.
Welcome to Dungeon of Dumsy, traveler. There's a notable place that I'd like for you to see.
Great! Reach the point of interest called the Wolf's Den. I know where that is. That's this one. There's a 2 on the ground. Big old 2. That wasn't there before. There's a lever here. It's going to activate our platform. This looks new. What's this? Ooh, there's an interaction, little number pad guessing game here. There's even a doodle over here. Why is there a doodle? So these are all Sandbox owned. Okay, that is a fairy. So I'm curious why that's there. That's definitely not supposed to be there. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's a decoy. Child's play. Okay. I had to say something. I had to say something. But I hope you all have your coffee and you're ready to unwind with your boy Halfd0rk. We're probably gonna try and break some of these quests down. I think I would like to try and recreate this platform here, because that's something I hope we can incorporate more is in this alpha. Thanks, Go West. But in the alpha, we want to kind of like talk through things as they occur and like how we can potentially recreate the activities that are going on screen. Like for example, this platform kind of puzzle strategy. You had to click those levers, and when they went down, the platform stopped moving. But then there's also these daggers, which I was about to try and test them, but I fell. So we're going to see if those daggers do damage. Which I believe they do. Yeah, they kill you. And I missed again. Wow, I am still waking up. Sorry about that. Don't judge me. Actually, please judge me. It'll make me a better person. Hi, Nervex. Good morning to you. How are you today? So we're playing through Dungeon of Dumsy. There's not really any spoilers if you played it before. There's, some new things, like there's voxelite everywhere. I can make that jump, right? Boom. Oh, but the chest. Oh, but the chest. What is in it? Bronze sword. Didn't they give us a sword at the start? You know what? I'll take 2 swords. I'll dual wield. It would actually be kind of cool if you could dual wield. So we're just speed running the quest today, and then we're gonna hop into the game maker, maybe recreate some of the things that go on screen. I might try and remake the puzzle, because there were numbers on the ground that we saw. I mean, all we saw was a 2 so far. There might be more numbers. So that's the entrance. But it's a slow morning. Does that mean I'm done? Yes, I'm done? No, I'm kidding. Not cool. So this is where the puzzle was before. So they moved a couple things around on you. And then they opened these doors. So, like, if I were to die, it's going to respawn me, I believe, right here. But now that there's these doors open, there wasn't really a hint. You know, like, oh, these doors have opened. Or, like, there was, you know, a checkpoint reached. Okay, we got some golems down here. The secret room is still intact. But I don't need to kill him. I saw a ducky. Just looking around here. So I think I need to do the lever. Lever. But I also need to get the coins. Give me those coins. I think we got as many as we needed. Oh, there were 2 levers. Le bummer. This is a good puzzle. I think we could try and recreate this. So now I can just hop on this. Nope. Wait, I want all of the voxelite. And I suffer for it. My greed! Okay. So now that we've pretty much gotten all the voxelite, we can complete the game. Of course, that also means I can't fail. Oh, there's another quest, the chests. We have to do all the chests. And then we also have to find the code. So many things to do. So this might be one of the harder areas then. Just because of that quest of finding the code. So here's one of the chests. She says I made it. This is the exit. Now we need to find the numbered code, or we could try punching it in a couple times. How does this open? I like what they did here. So that's the ancient coin, isn't it? Or ancient shield. I think I just need to kill all the skeletons for that to open. No. Nani? Oh, there's a key. Grab the key. Taking the key to the lock. Open the door. Key disappears. Open the chest. Bronze gauntlets. Amazing. Looking like a true dork here. Okay, so we're missing a chest. I have an idea of where it might be. If you recall, there's a drawbridge here. Let's go find that drawbridge. Right here. Ho! What'd you call me? Adventurer. Oh, that's what you called me. I have a feeling you want to lower the bridge. Did you try cutting the ropes? Why didn't you try cutting the ropes, huh? 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 Coins. Coins. No chest in here. They are showing off their doodles. Those are nice doodles. But no chest. I guess the last chest would be behind that code. So we gotta look to see if we can find more numbers. I only saw the one. So we're looking. There's a 3. It's a red 3. There's a white 2. A red 3. V! What's up, V? And hey, welcome. Yafai Lash. How you doing? Oh, there's a chest in there. How do we get in there? So tell me what you all are working on today. If you're willing to share. I know a lot of people are very secretive in terms of like, you know, this is my art. I don't want to say anything until it's ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I was the same way. I think streaming kind of forced me to share my work. And in a way, like that's been, you know, like a blessing in disguise. So I do want to hear about, you know, what everybody's working on. Taxes. Rihanna, don't remind me. Oh no. Well, I hope it goes quick for you. So this is the last chest we need. And it looks like it opened up. There was a wall here, but I think I just had to kill all the goblins. But those are my people. I didn't want to kill them. That's true, Rion. Rion Donna, I did ask. I'm glad I did. Yafailash, English is bad? That's okay. Yeah, let me see if I can find more codes for you. There's a red 3 right here. Red 3. I'm looking for all the others. So far I've only found 2. So no more codes over here. Is there a code over here? The 2 is beside the puzzle. Yes. So 2 and 3. And there's how many numbers total? 5? We gotta find the rest. Kind of crazy. I haven't found any more. Is there one in here? There's not. There's not a number in here. Not even on the floor? Maybe I have to kill this guy? Yo, what up, Meads? How you doing, dude? Today has been an off day for me. Like, you know how some days you have, like, a great start to your day? Like, I think yesterday was a great start. But today, like, everything went wrong. I'm doing great. Thank you, Meads. Outside of the whole not great part. Oh, V's counting her ducks. Okay, okay. We gotta count those ducks, V. But no, I started up my stream. Everything crashed. So, like, my computer basically crashed. And then I got it going, and then I just started stumbling over my words. Are those 2 things relevant? Probably. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, I'm looking for more numbers. No more numbers over here. So you all know what that means. We're gonna guess. Okay, we'll guess once, and then we'll try and look for more numbers. Is there any numbers in there? Like, how sneaky can they be? Any numbers in here? No numbers in there. But there was this 2. We found the white 2. Then we found a red 3. I feel like I'm playing Blue's Clues or like Dora the Explorer. Who are you? Mysterious guy. You have a lot of talent. Thanks for doing this for me. I mean, Dumb Z. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. This guy looks Epic. Yeah, Rihanna, epic Blues Clues. Blues can't do. We can't do. Alright, where's the puzzle input? Oh, it's over here. So we found the red 3. We found the white 2. So we were looking for... Oh, there's a black 2. A black 2. So we need a purple and a white. Or I'm sorry, a teal. Purple and teal. Those are the 2 colors we're missing. I kind of want to find them, because that's the game. You don't hate the puzzle, you hate the game. NFL. Blue equals 1. Okay, well, we don't have to find blue. So I do want to find purple, though. See if we can find purple. Up here? Like, if I was a giant purple number, where would I be hiding? If I was a giant purple number. I mean, if I'm giant and purple, there's not really a lot of places I can hide. Oh, look, it's the 1. That's well hidden, because they're... I don't know. It's such a stark contrast that you don't look at it and see a number. Okay, so we found the blue 1. Now we just gotta find the purple. Where are you, purple? I die. Purple. Purple. But I hope you all get, you know, your own enjoyment out of playing this. It's actually a lot of fun. They updated it, and, you know, they added some unique things. I won't say what, but just know that this is not, you know, an exact carbon copy of the Season 1 version. Okay, so I've not found the purple number. Purple. Well, I'm gonna kill these golems. I'm not saying that's gonna spawn the number. Might do something. Funny enough, in chat, people are just sharing the numbers. This level in general was a great introduction to like the fighting system. So when you play through it, they give you the tutorial. And obviously, you know, most of us have played it enough to understand, you know, like, oh, eyes, inventory, and stuff like that. But I think this was a good introduction. Okay, so we've officially killed every enemy. The only thing we haven't found was the purple number, and I kind of want to find it. I can obviously guess it, especially with like the fact that we found the other 4 numbers, so that's not a problem. It's just kind of weird that we haven't been able to find it. It's not like a giant area. Bed 3. Well, I think I'm gonna start guessing friends. That's just the one number we couldn't find. Maybe there's like a secret room or something. They wouldn't tease us like that, would they? Has anyone else found the purple number? Yeah, I don't, like, we just walked through the entire level and it's just not showing up. At least not at first glance. Let's enter the first number, 3. Enter the second number, 1. Enter the third number, 2. Enter the fourth number, 4. Enter the fifth number, 2. Enter the first number, 3. Enter the second number, 1. Enter the third number, 2. Enter the fourth number, 1. Enter the fifth number, 2. I did it. I am a genius. Okay, what do I do now? What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? This individual is floating. It says I can speak with them. By dint of completing quests. I wonder what they were trying to say here. What is going on? She's like, she is floating. She's actually moving up and down here. Nick Skull, good morning. Raffle tickets. I'm lucky so that I can fly over these platforms to complete the quest, hee hee. That Alpha Season 2 pass will be mine. By dint of completing quests. Like, what does that mean? I'm curious what they were trying to say. The dungeon quest. Nick Skull, no spoilers. But a couple of things. I want to try and recreate this. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to open up this tutorial, because they actually made this entire level as a tutorial. And so let's write down all the things we want to do with it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my notepad on screen, my handy dandy notepad. Okay, this is officially Blue's Clues stream. Yo, good morning, Sparky. What up? Let's see if I can edit this. Alright, so our to-do list. We want the fairy to float and fly. Oh man, it's not updating. So it updates after a time, but I'm just going to make a quick checklist here. So we want the fairy to float and fly. What else do we want? We want to have a lever system. What else can we do? Good morning, Sparky. Yeah, it's a nice single game. I agree, Nervix. I think this was a great introduction to, you know, quests as well as puzzles. Like, this is another thing I would love to try to recreate. This might take the longest out of everything. So we'll put it at the bottom of the checklist. Puzzle / number game. So we're going to come up with 2 more things to do. Just walking around here. Oh yeah, the drawbridge. So we'll try and make a drawbridge. Yo, DJ EJ. What's up? And yes, V, you've done it. You've completed my checklist. The spikes. Spike damage. I have to admit, spike damage is something I need to learn, so this will be a great kind of tutorial for me. So I'll get to learn. Namaste, Baya. Yes, DJJ. Well, instead of Baya, it can be Hiya. Okay, DJJ, I'm sorry. Don't leave. So I used to be just obnoxious with puns before. So if I get into the pun mode, you guys can just mute me. Also, whenever I say the word pun, Dorkbot is supposed to spit out a pun, which is a very fun feature. Let's see if he does it again. Dorkbot. Dorkbot? No hands. Dorkbot. Pun. Dorkbot. Pun. Yes, Dorkbot. Well done, Dorkbot. Okay, great. So we have ourselves a checklist of things we want to accomplish in our game. So this will be fun trying to recreate them. And then you can watch me fail. And it won't feel so bad when you fail. Because then you'll be like, what if Halfd0rk failed at this? I'm allowed to fail. You know? So we've completed our quests. Congratulations, me. You're awesome, me. Thanks, me. So now we can exit. Go and open up the Sandbox Game Maker. So these is our little checklist of things we want to do. Where can I put it? This is a good spot. No, that's a good spot. No, this is a good spot. What? That's awesome, DJ EJ. Congratulations. I haven't poked into Rufu's stream in a while. He's Australian. That's not why I haven't. Woke Zombie! What up, dude? How are you today? Okay, so funny enough, I actually have this map here, and this was the very first time I opened up Game Maker, like the first week of December. So literally 3 months ago? Really? Was it that long ago? Excuse me. Beautiful blanket. Who's that? If that's, is that a streamer? So, we're actually looking at one of the tutorials here. And we're going to just use this map, customize it. And we can take a peek at, you know, their settings. It looks like they've added voids to the damage spikes. But I'm fairly certain we can add, you know, a damage 50 component if we get too close. So what we're going to do is delete each of these voids. We'll how about what we can do is keep the front or the back two. So we'll delete the front two. These all have platforms on them, so these spikes, you know, come in and out. But what we want to do is if the player gets too close, I should probably use something universal. Everybody uses number pads, why not? We'll know what number pads do. So I think the void is honestly like the best solution, and if those weren't there, I would have definitely used them. Like I would have added voids of my own. But because they're there and because we know how they did it behind the scenes, what we're going to do is try and recreate it using a different method. Doing good, Woke Zombie. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. We're going to be breaking down some of the mechanics that were in today's alpha quest. So if you need help, you know, guessing the puzzle in today's alpha quest, we couldn't find the purple number. So if you find that purple number, let me know, because I want to know where it was. I couldn't find it, and that's frustrating. But if you need the quest combination, you can go a little bit behind in my stream here. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to add a speaker. This is going to be for bug testing. We'll say damage 10. And so when it detects our entity, we're going to use the message damage 10. And the way that's formatted means it's going to send out damage specifically to everyone in the area. Does it not? Does it not? Let's see if that works. Sparky! Just got home from the store, grab some coffee and hit that quest. Oh yeah, the rise and grind. You gotta grind the coffee beans, and then you grind the levels. So I honestly don't know if this is gonna work. Also, the platform must be this one. There you go. Damage 10. So this is not doing damage to me right now. Yes. Woke zombie, good point! Oh my gosh, you've you've solved the problem that I just had, Woke zombie. Thank you. Sparky Snickle, welcome back. Halfd0rk is here. What's up, Halfd0rk? So good call, Woke zombie. Thank you. I would have bashed my head against the wall for a good 10 minutes if you weren't here. So what we can do then, send out spike.damage. See if this works to us. And we'll have a new number pad here. Purple number focused. Good luck, Riondana. It sounds like you got those taxes done, huh? But now you'll have a quest tax. It's a message broadcaster. We don't want it to be visible. The message we want to send, damage 10, and we only want to send it to the avatars. Not even oh, you're just getting started, just getting warmed up. Bria, good morning to you. How are you, my friend? And so it's going to send out that damage after we receive the message spike.damage. And we'll have a very low delay. So if Woke Zombie is correct, which I think Woke Zombie is correct, when we get close, it's going to send out that message. And that message is going to be received by the message broadcaster. The message broadcaster is going to send out its own message to us, which is damage. It's going to deal damage. Amazing! However, it's only one time, so that's why the void is honestly a better solution. So, like, if I get close, void just kills me. So, that being said, how could we customize that? I think it's this one here, the auto hide. Let's try 0. And what we can do is up the damage. 50. That's a lot of damage. Oh wait. This one. 50. That's a lot of damage. So let's try it out. Good morning. Oh, no worries, Bria. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. If anybody wants to share what they're working on today and, you know, what their plans are for Tuesday, let us know. But Bria, thank you so much. Have yourself a fantastic day. Woke Zombie, I think if you stay inside the speaker range... What the... I just glitched there. Also, where's my number pad? Where art you? There you are. Right there. That's weird. Every time I click it, it's flipping me. So we run up to it. There it goes.
I'm here to party.
Yo, Mado X of Furia. What's happening? Or Maddox. How are you today? I've seen you around, Maddox. And yeah, Woke Zombie, I was surprised too. I think it's because I set it to 0 on the delay. So we can test it again. Whoops. But, Woke Zombie, you helped me understand that much faster than I would have on my own. So thank you. Oh, I see. I want to have it to where I can, like, kind of stand in the middle. Go. Right there. Okay, so we're in the middle. I get too close. Oh, there it goes. Boom, boom. So it was like stab, stab, rather than just stab. So that's what we were looking for. You know, the quick stab, stab, rather than the stab. So, we can actually check this off our list now. Spike damage. Check complete. Alright, we're 20% of the way there. What else did we want? The drawbridge? Let's see if we can find that drawbridge. I don't think they added it to this. This is actually the oldest version of the same tutorial, which is kind of fun to see how they kind of broke it down. Where was that even? I think it was up here. Yeah, because it was above the pit. So, we're going to kind of build a little platform here. And basically like a staircase that'll lead up to here. And then we're gonna make this to where you can't jump over it, but instead it's like a drawbridge. And there's a couple ways we can do it, but I want to try like new and unique ways, so we can all learn a little something. So let's take a peek. I'm going to, first off, remove probably this middle section here. Yo, what's up? Yeah, Maddox, no worries. I'm learning too. In fact, you know, everything I'm trying is stuff that I am unfamiliar with. So we made this little checklist here at the bottom. So we want to make the ferry that if you played through the, you know, Dungeon of Dumb Yees today, you would have seen there was a floating ferry, but the ferry didn't have an animation. It was just going up and down. And it looked a little odd. So we're going to try and make it float and fly. So, you know, the fly animation as well as float like a platform. We're also going to try and make a lever platform system of our own. Kind of like how those, you know, wooden blocks were moving. And then we also want to try and make a puzzle game. That's probably going to take the longest, so we'll save that one for last. Yay, fly and float! But, yeah, for a spike pit, the best thing I would suggest is the void behavior. And that's what they used here for these spikes. So we just kind of made our own mechanic, but the void component is like an auto kill. And so that's what they added here. And if you were to drag and drop the void here on the map, it has that default kind of like kill anything around it mode. But yeah, any questions you might have, especially with today's quest and mechanics, happy to try and break it down. I'm not saying I can, I'm saying I'll try. But let's get back to this, where it was a drawbridge. So the first thing I want to do is make it to where you can't, you know, like, cheat. So this will kind of like symbolize our starting line and our finish line. So you couldn't jump across this. Yeah, Dorkbot's nice. Dorkbot has a lot of puns, if you like puns, Maddox.
news, everyone.
Also, if you have channel points, you can spend them making some memes happen on screen. Try them out if you like them. Enjoy punny people? Well, prepared to be punished. Alright, back to work, Halfd0rk. Every time I say pun, Dorkbot's gonna say a pun. Dorkbot, pun. Sometimes you have to enunciate. Okay, Dorkbot, you're fired. Alright, so we want a bridge. So let's check out what our options are. Sage, what's up? How you doing? So this pit is going to be 2 sections long. So what we can do is we can Control-D duplicate, line it up. You know what? We're going to make it 3 sections because we're extra. You know, it's Tuesdays, you're allowed to be extra, guys. So with our log bridge, we can tie them all together. So let's put them all parented right here. So now whenever this first one is moved, it's going to move all of them. See? In the gym. Sage, how the legs doing? You did leg day yesterday, right? Every time I do leg day, like I can't move, which is a good thing, because that means I pushed myself. But good maze, how you beautiful people doing? Better now that you're here, Saged. Welcome in. Wobbly. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, so what am I looking for? Well, first off, we're gonna have some number pads. So these number pads we want to attach to the drawbridge. Walking on your wobble step. Working on your wobble step. I can't make words now. So this we'll call it log bridge activator. But how they had it were like coded in today's quest, so we're kind of recreating Dungeon of Dumsy. They had ropes. I don't even think there are ropes. You know, cables. Are there cables? We'll have to use something like this, like an Oracle liana. I didn't even know it was called that. A liana? So how they did it was they had this drawbridge that rotated and kind of like fell. Alright, Sage, no worries. We're trying to break down some mechanics here. And they had... it wasn't a platform. Was it? I know there's like a rotate type of function. Does anyone recall where that was? It was like a rotate on a pivot, a door maybe? Yeah, here it is. So we want, yeah, the door was in fact the behavior. Woke Zombie, you are getting game maker points. Are you an experienced developer, Woke Zombie? Oh, you don't know how it works? Honestly, Woke Zombie, I've never really used this successfully, so I want to see if we can, you know? Let's see here. You just started? Well, you're off to a great start, Woke Zombie. We want a message to go out. So the first thing we're going to do is try and make it pivot. And then we can add, you know, the mechanics of ropes, which we'll use these like oracle lines as the ropes. But the first thing we want to do is try and make that rotating pivot command. So what we'll do is we'll add a speaker for testing, and we're going to call it rotate activate. And I deleted it. There you go. Wait for message. We want to detect the avatar for now. In the future, we might change that to something else. And when it's spotted, it's going to be whatever message the door needs to rotate. So we'll see. It probably won't fold the direction we want it to, but that's okay. I don't think the door is going to work how we want, but we're going to try. Also, all of these bridges apparently have like an indicator. Nope. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we're going to test the toggle behavior function. This is what I think will activate it. So it's going to be initially off, and the turn on is going to be rotate, or we'll just say draw.bridge. Good morning, Mr. Winning. How are you? Are you winning today? V says, I just used the pivot in the game I did last time, but it neglects collision. Didn't try it as a bridge. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, V. Okay. If you have any tips for us, V, let me know. I've never really gotten this to work either, so I'm kind of like throwing things at the wall right now, or throwing things at the bridge, I should say. Mr. Winning, what's up? Okay, so the turn on message is going to be the draw.bridge, so that's what we're going to put into our detector, and we'll see if it works. So as soon as we approach, it's going to send out that message. Jumping, jumping, jumping. Drawbridge activate. Go down, go down. So I can already tell you what my solution will be. You know, if we can't get this to work, is I'll probably have it spawn a bridge instead of lowering or rotating. But that's like if we give up. I don't want to give up. Chelios! How are you, Chelios? We're trying to figure out how the rotate around pivot works. And if it can. Okay, so rotating around pivot. Where is the pivot, first and foremost? I think it's on the bottom. So like if it rotates, it's going to go like that. Perfect. So we'll keep it right here. Haven't got it to work. Be cool if you did. Chelios, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Well, we have a check box here. And you can see all the things we're working on right now. We could come back to this drawbridge. Maybe we can let it sit for a while. Set up a ferry, for example. It has to work. Yeah, there is a pivot on the asset. So let's take another look at the our asset here. So it starts closed. Maybe we can adjust that. Oh, this is what I missed. There's a message required. So I was trying to attach it to a toggle behavior. Instead, we can attach it directly to the door itself. Also, I need to move this spawn point. And we should probably add like a ladder over here. Excuse me, bridge? Excuse me, bridge? Did you see? It was laying flat. Uh-oh. Well, that means a couple things. First off, we don't want that. So that means we need to edit it, but it might get a little bit complicated. So let's look at it again. You can see this bridge is laying flat, and then when we rotate it, it goes up. So it's pivoting on a specific axis. It's pivoting what I believe is on the objects. If it's rotating like that, I believe it's pivoting on the X. It's working! We have a button for that. We have a button for that.
It's working! It's working!
So, if it's rotating on the X
Hi.
axis... Hey, welcome! Sup, Ham? How you doing? Ross Guru. Alright, I'm on it, Ross. I'm on it. Thank you. So, I believe this bridge is rotating on its x-axis. So what we can do is we can add like an invisible bridge. And this is me kind of like troubleshooting it, how my mind is, working. And you all might have your own kind of way to troubleshoot it. But what we'll do is we'll make a bridge. And then we're going to do the same thing, but this might be hidden. Like we might hide this bridge. So let's just place down another door, and it's using the door kind of like function. Let me move my checklist here. We'll turn it off for now. Yeah, Woke Zombie, I literally had the same thought. But we're both thinking the same thing, Woke. Sorry, Mr. Zombie. And Subham, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. If you have questions, comments, concerns, ways we can break down some of these mechanics, let us know. And yeah, V is going to suggest trying collision. Okay. And collision and gravity and using an invisible asset. Oh. Okay, that's a good suggestion. I'll use my thought process, and then we can even like make more solutions too. But yeah, making it have gravity I think might complicate things. Like, for example, we could push it, and we don't want to push it. We don't want to make it move just by touching it. But yeah, Woke Zombie, I had the same thought. If we make this invisible and attach it, it's going to make everything invisible. So we don't want that. Instead, let's take a look at how this will rotate, and then I'll show you how I can fix that. Great. So it's a bridge. It's got the rotate attached to the draw.bridge. Uh-oh. Okay, the loading is taking a little. Oh my. That one didn't even work that time. Subhuman asks, how long have you been making games in the Game Maker? Subhuman, thanks for asking. I started early December. So I have about 3 months of just kind of playing around with it. I've made 2 games, like start to finish. V, there is no wrong answer here, V. In fact, that was a right answer. But was it my right answer? No. Okay, so I was trying to make this door work. And, oh yeah, I needed to rotate it. So, just to give you an idea of what's going to come next, I'm going to hide the bridge inside here, then attach this bridge. And what that'll do is it'll completely hide this, but still rotate it. And then what I can do is, because it's rotating on the x-axis, I can, adjust this. So that's the idea. A little bit complicated. Subhuman, it's actually much simpler than Unity. I've tried Unity, and Unity itself is a very code-heavy kind of software, but they have assets that you can buy. They're third-party assets that simplify the editing, or the coding, I should say. So, if you're looking to start making games, Sandbox is 100% my choice, because I was able to focus. Focus. I was able to, you know, pick up and run with the coding like logic. Okay, so it's rotating on the x-axis. So we're going to try a couple things. We're going to turn it. And then we're also going to attach the log bridge. And then we're going to remove this door message. So only this one here is going to rotate. Well, nope. That wasn't right. Oh yeah, Mr. Winning, this is a tutorial that is supplied by Sandbox. So I can hop out of this real quick just to show you, you know, where I found it. But this is a out-of-the-box tutorial that you can literally customize, and it's using that same level design as today's platform experience, the quest today. You love it. Stick with that. Yeah, Woke Zombie, this is a perfect bridge. So this is where things can get a little bit finicky. And unfortunately, like every time I make an adjustment, it's going to, you know, tweak the bridge itself. We don't want that. So, Let's try. No, we just tried that one. Let's try this angle and we'll flip it. But I think you guys can see what I'm trying to do. I'm essentially trying to fake it. Like, it makes sense, right? What I'm trying to do. We're getting there. It's like, I don't want to give up on this particular idea. Yeah, you may have to get something small and set it to the original. Cool, Mr. Winning. Look forward to it. I hope I'll be around. 6 p.m. UTC. Isn't that 1 p.m. my time? And Subham, you've been learning Unity for 2 years now. That's fantastic, dude. I think this will be... like, it'll click for you. Game design in itself is a skill set. And it sounds like you've been building that up. So Subham, like, that sounds awesome. I hope you make some cool games. Especially in the Sandbox. We need cool games. Woke Zombie suggests we have to get something small and set it to the pivot of the original platform. I think I know what you're saying here. So you're suggesting this platform, right? So I could technically use this detect entity. Isn't it trying to rotate the whole bridge? Yeah, honestly, I think I'm overcomplicating this by a lot. But I'm just giving you, like, unique examples.
Where are they?
That kind of scared me. DJ. So now it's not rotating. That's because we changed it. I like jumped for a second. So the rotating needs to be the pivot. So that's why I was attaching it and hiding it underground. What we can do is we can actually use this number pad and then just kind of dip it underground like that. Right? But I also don't think we want to have the detector and the rotating happen from the same object. So I'm basically removing that. We'll go ahead and hide this because it was disorienting. And then the message required will be the drawbridge. And we need it to rotate on the pivot. So let's just see. Okay. The pivot or the direction is completely off. But this does kind of help. Okay. Alright, I see it. So let's try rotate. You know what? Why is my brain hurting here? I'm actually struggling to comprehend this. So that's the correct direction up. Okay, now we just flip around. Guys, we figured it out. All it took was a good guess. So I think we flip it like this. We're so close. I can feel it. We're close. It's a working bridge at least. Okay. So now that we have that, we can just build it the other direction, because that was the problem. It was because of the way, you know, the Y and the X axes were kind of in relation to the bottom pivot here. So all we had to do was find the correct kind of angle for our bridge to be rotating on a pivot. And so now that we found the correct angle, we can recreate the bridge from the bottom up. And while it does appear that the bridge is, you know, this kind of like barrier or barricade, in game, it's going to be using this rotate on a pivot. And so in game, it's going to flip itself up, like how we saw before. And this, of course, is not the only solution. I think that is an important thing to note, is that you can make a drawbridge using several, you know, different ways. And so this was the one that we decided on.
Hot stuff.
Hey, Dust Everything, how are you today? Welcome. Well, DJ AJ, I definitely could have, but the player's going to be approaching from this side, so we want the bridge to look like it's falling in front of them, not, you know, falling towards them. So that's the only difference there. Well, I messed everything up. Somehow, some way, I messed it up. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I know why. Do I know why? I think I needed to add all of them parented to the other bridge. Like this. And I think what I have to then do is add this as the parent here. So like that. We're... Yeah. Okay. The bridge is trying. The bridge is really trying. Yo, Default, what's up, dude? It's funny because we were so close, and then we just took like 3 steps backwards. Thanks, Bazzy. How are you today? Yeah, Supham, I do agree, and they're kind of adding to it every day. I know through the grapevine that there are updates coming out. So, especially with the alpha, you know, now that that's kind of finished, or I guess not finished, but it's in motion, they're going to focus more efforts on stuff like this. So, we want the rotate to continue doing what it's doing. That wasn't a problem. Yo, DG, what's up, dude? The Sandbox is up, yeah? So this is a game maker. So Sandbox has basically 3 things you can download. You have the alpha, which is completely open to everyone. It used to be like you had to have the alpha pass to play. Now you can just play all 35 games every day. They're releasing one at a time, so you can play that. This is the game maker. So the game maker, you can, make these experiences that one day you'll be able to publish. Right now you can publish them for free in the drafts gallery, which I have a game in the drafts gallery called Fungus Among Us, which I would love if you play and tell me what you think. And then you can also use Vox Edit. So that's how you can make, voxelized assets like these. Oh, let's see. You are absolutely right. Woke Zombie. Do you know how many brownie points you've gotten today, Woke Zombie? I stopped counting. There was too many of them. But I also don't think those had a message attached. But I do think it could have broken them. So good call. We'll see if that fixed it. Look at you, Woke Zombie. How are you so woke? So now that the bridge is falling, we just need to rotate our base pivot to where it's, the opposite. So we're going to rotate it 180 degrees, and that way the bridge will fall in front of us. So that's the idea. Yeah, DG. Forgive me for not saying your entire name, but I'll say it once. Yeah, DG. I am a builder. I don't do any freelance building at the moment. But just DG, perfect. Your name's fun to say though. But yeah, I build my own games. I have a unique opportunity to be a developer in the space, but not just that, but to make my own projects. I have ideas, and you have your own ideas, and it's so rewarding to be able to make your ideas come to life, So I hope each and every one of you gives Game Maker a try, or Voxel Edit. Some of you are amazing artists. I know you are, but what am I? So I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees in a different axis. So this is where it can get complicated, and we should save it. Because this pivot point is already facing a weird angle. So it could be, I'm going to guess X or Y here. So we're going to add 180 to this, or subtract 180. See if it fixes it. So let's try it. 90. I don't think this will be it. Nope. You're gonna get Z. You know what, Woke Zombie? You've been correct a couple more times than me, Woke Zombie. Let's try it. I think you're right. You are a genius, and by association, I am too. Good job. So we can finally move on with our lives. Except, of course, we want to turn that off after it works. So I'm walking away from it so it can reset the detector, but we can obviously fix that. But when we get close, it's going to draw the bridge down, and we can walk across. However, that one appears to be not colliding properly. It has collisions, but we were falling through, so that was interesting. Maybe this one? The pivot? Nope, it has collisions. So let's just kind of up it a tad, move it a little bit. Just like that. V! You did say something about that, but was I not listening, V? So a door removes collision. Yes. Yes. Bah humbug. Ah, good call. Okay, so that makes sense, V. I wasn't comprehending it because I hadn't gotten that far, but now that I've gotten that far, and now that I comprehend it, I feel silly. I feel like Dumb Z myself. Because this is the dungeon of Dumb Z. So, I'm going to provide my own solution. You there at home, I'm sure you'll have your own solution as well. But let me show you what I'll do, how I'll fix it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 bridges. And these are literally going to be placed invisible. We'll call it log invisible. Invisible! People gonna quit. Yo, this is actually like a little bit more advanced than the common mechanics. And so we're kind of like spitballing ideas here. Yeah, true, DJ AJ. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that same kind of system set in place. And so we're going to have this bridge that is already there. So pretend that there's a bridge and we'll put it, you know, where it needs to be, right there, ish. So now that that is kind of like our placeholder, this is where the bridge will fall. And that's where it's going to be. This bridge is invisible, but it has collisions. That's the important thing. So just as an example, we can play through it right now. We can walk across it. I don't think it's perfect, actually. So we can, you know, take a look at this. And then probably move this a little bit. Boop. Delectronics, good morning. Mr. Pac-Man, Sand. How you doing? Dude, everyone out there, Delectronics has a game that's going to be playable in the alpha. That's amazing. It's the Pac Sand. Right, Delectronics? Correct me if I'm wrong. Not even in the shower. You stink. Go take a shower. No, it's okay. I won't tell on you. Yeah, the 22nd. That's going to be awesome. And, yeah, so Chelios is suggesting the door. That would be a cool message to use. I agree, Chelios. You could jump around the bridge. Oh, yeah, woke. So here's the second part, woke zombie. I'm glad I can be the woke zombie in this case. But we're going to have a spawn point for our bridge. So we'll use a number pad. We're going to place it in the middle. This number pad does not need collisions. We can turn it invisible. But all it's going to have is a tag. So we'll have door spawn. No, it's not a door. Bridge spawn. So, with our invisible logs, we can give them a health component. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Brain, activate. Yeah, this middle bridge will have a health component, but don't tell anybody. If someone found out there was a health component on this one bridge, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So, when this bridge respawns, it's going to spawn on top of our number pad that we gave a tag. And so what we can do now is add all of these to our first base here. So now we can move all of them at the same time. But that also means when this bridge respawns, it's going to move this entire invisible platform with it. So what's going to respawn the bridge? Well, that's going to be our drawbridge. So draw.bridge. We don't want it to have a health bar, so you can't see that. And lastly, because it's respawning on our tag, we can move it and even place it in the ground somewhere. So it's out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. So now, just to test it, we should, in theory, fall through it. What happened? So we even saw it respawn there, which is kind of interesting. But I think it might be vertical. So here's what we can do. Because these bridges are actually very difficult, we can see how it's spawning. Look, it's spawning the wrong angle. And that's just because we're using a bridge incorrectly. It's got this weird pivot on it, and then we're attaching it to a different pivot. So that's why that happened. But again, you know, this is all trial and error. It's mainly because of this. This is our respawn point. So if we change our respawn point to be rotated like that, look at that. We have a working bridge with bad clipping collisions. But that gives you an idea. Yeah, woke zombie, let me do this. You're stealing the show, woke zombie. You're too woke. I'm just kidding. Woke zombie has actually helped me a lot with making this, so thank you. Yes, still electronics. And so because the bridge has a door behavior, we discovered that it removed the collision. So it was acting like a door where you were rotating through it, or passing through it, you know? So that's why we had to make this invisible method here. So now we can walk across. We still have to adjust it a little bit because there is that kind of like footstep here. Well, zombie, you are allowed to. You've helped me a lot, so thank you. So we can lower this just a little bit more. So now our bridge is still, there's like this one part of it that isn't correctly, is it maybe one of these? It's like this, so like this, and then we lower this a little bit. It's getting worse. But hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do here. Hopefully you can see my struggles. Hey, I'm not perfect. All of you know that. So there's this one part here that appears to be incorrect. The others are working fine. Like, no problems. But this here is not matching correctly. Let's see which side it is. Okay, it's... We even deleted it, one of them. It's still working. Interesting. What about this one? Okay, so that was the faulty one. My cat's freaking out. Yeah, for some reason the collision was weird. But let's make them visible and we can kind of bug test it a little bit. Just a wee bit. Hi yo, what chips and hot sauce? Chips and hot sauce. How you doing today? How was your camping trip, dude? I think there's like someone outside my window. I gotta see what my cat's doing. She's freaking out. Tipper.
A new record!
I'm doing my part.
Oh, V. I disabled it. But, we had a GIF with Tipsy dancing on it. So what I'm going to do, V...
Said that. I should not have said that.
Shouldn't have said it. Thanks, that's my cat Tipsy. But V, I'm gonna have that GIF activate whenever we say her name. And by we, I mean me, because I'm the only one with a microphone on my stream. I'm sorry, you can't connect yours. But whenever I say Tipsy, I'm gonna have it to where she starts dancing. And some of you have no idea what I just said, and that's okay. It'll be a surprise. But Rion Donna, tell us where that purple number is. Give me a hint. And Hot Chips had a good camping trip, but you only got a few fish. Oh, bummer. What kind of fish were over there? Honestly, I've been itching to go camping again. Camping's one of those things where it's like you don't want to do every weekend, but when you haven't done it in a while, it's like, you know what? I would enjoy that. Oh yeah, we gotta connect them. So, it appears that the only problem we have was the initial door. So we can actually move this. See, like these platforms actually work well. It was only the door that was broken. And some of you in chat were probably like, oh my gosh, she's so dumb. Why didn't you know that? And it's true. I should have known. But now I do. And my knowledge has grown. And I have leveled up. So, joke's on you. So, we need to hide our bridge a little bit better. And we'll just kind of make it spawn exactly where we need it to. So look, now it's actually a working, you know, like non-collision based bridge. Yes, I am Hot Chips and Source. I thought it was a great kind of like learning activity because some of you might have just played this. I know I did. And so we're revisiting it in the tutorial kind of like section. So just to show you. I'm saving it, and then I'm going to hop out and show you how to start this exact map. A little bit laggy today, but that's okay. Other days it's been worse. I think alpha sometimes there's too many people using it. One mackerel and a shark. Ooh. Well, Hot Chips and Source, so you can say you caught a shark now. That's kind of cool. And Chelios, what are you going to do when it goes up? You mean the bridge when it goes down? Or are we talking about something else? So, when you are in the Game Maker, this is a completely different software from the alpha software that you've already downloaded. You've been playing all these fun games. You finally want to come around, you know, and make your own game. You've got this brilliant idea. I recommend starting with a template. So all of these templates here, in the template section, very aptly named, you can learn how to make text and dialogue. You can learn how to do victory, defeat, respawn, population, moving platforms, message quests. Every page has something unique and exciting. I believe my tutorial that I've started with is right here. And it's loading. It's right here. And it's still loading. It's right here. So the platforms and puzzles, this is the tutorial that I was using. It looks like they've actually updated it. So I'm using an older version. But that's okay. So if you want to play the exact game that you played in the alpha today, the Dungeon of DumZ, this is the tutorial you want to start with. And you can use it to decipher how the things have kind of like connected, like, oh, what makes these platforms start moving when I click the lever? You'll be able to click on them and look at their logic and see how it interacts, and I highly recommend it. So that being said, let's hop back into our puzzle platformer. Oh, I see. So Woke Zombie and Chelios, you're suggesting that the bridge comes up and down. it was meant to only be a one-time. So if you play the game today, Dungeon of DumZ, the way to activate this bridge, and this is the next thing we're going to be working on, is by cutting rope. So by cutting the rope, it's making the bridge fall, not by me approaching. So because when you cut a rope, the rope won't respawn. It's supposed to be like a one-time thing. So that's what we're about to recreate. So how do we do that? Well, I'm so glad I asked. Our bridge is going to be invisible. So this log bridge here, we needed to move it a little bit to the left. We're going to make this bridge here invisible. We'll hide it in the ground so we can see it. Exactly, DJ AJ, that is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have the bridge here be a rope, be attached to the rope. The message is attached to the rope. This is going to be our rope. And so the asset they used, like, I don't think we have. So there's no like default rope asset. We have like a coiled rope, but that's not what we're looking for. So for the sake of, you know, just figuring out theory crafting, we're going to be using one of these. We'll flip it around town. This is not, just use your imagination, folks. I know it's ugly, just like me, but you're still here, so thanks. Alright, so this rope here, we're going to give it a health component. So that when it dies, it's going to send that drawbridge message. So this number pad we actually don't need anymore, but we can take, you know, the message that it has, the draw.bridge, and we'll need to do two things. We'll need to add the draw.bridge message to our health command on our rope, and we need to decide on a tag that that message will be sent to. So the death event is going to destroy it. When it is destroyed, after 1 second, it's going to send out draw.bridge. That's the message that was attached to our indicator or our detector. We don't want it to have the health bar, and we need for it to send... Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. There isn't a death message, sorry. That's the message we needed right here, draw.message. So when it's destroyed, which is done by slashing it, it's sending out this message. So I just put it in the wrong box. So when you destroy it, it's sending out the message draw.bridge. We need to send it to a particular tag. So our tag is going to be our bridge pivot. So the bridge pivot is then this one here that we already made, the log bridge activator. So we add a bridge.pivot at the bottom. So if I were to destroy this, it activates the bridge. So now we just remove that detector. Bada bing, bada boom. You've got a drawbridge. The only other thing is we want to kind of hide this in the ground. So we'll see how that looks. Cool, so there's this rope here connecting the bridge, holding it up. We walk up to it, you slash it, slice and dice, bridge falls, you win the game. Congratulations, me. I successfully made a drawbridge tutorial after 40 minutes. Oh, jeez. Log Zombie, you would have invisible doors initially set to open. Then when you trigger the message to lower the bridge, you would use that message to toggle the door, giving it collision. That is a good suggestion, Log Zombie. So it's like basically the opposite direction of what we did, which kind of in a way prevents, you know, that problem of collision. So it's essentially removing, you know, one of these kind of middlemen that we had to make to fix. So I think what Woke Zombie said is a good suggestion. Oh, Riondana, good hint for the purple number. Look around when you are at the platforms that lead to Mary. Who's Mary? I do want to find it though. Look around at the platforms. Okay. If your fish should be called handsome. Aw, thanks, Mr. Winning. You're making me blush. Yeah, we couldn't find the purple number in the game itself today. So, we can officially check off our drawbridge here. Great. Let's go ahead and work on that ferry. I know that won't be easy. So, I've actually done this in a game before, so I shouldn't have to rely on Woke Zombie's help. But we'll see. So we're going to have an invisible number pad here. This number pad is going to... We'll come back to it, but I'll show you now. It's going to have a basic platform here. And we're going to want it to go up and down. Let's do 3. And it's going to go super slow. So if you recall, in today's game, there was a ferry that was kind of like floating up and down here. And we'll do maybe like... We'll do 2. Yeah, 2 looks perfect. We want the platform speed to be super slow. And when it gets to the top of its rotation here, it's going to wait for 3 seconds. And now we need a ferry. Why not Mary? So Mary here is going to be attached to this platform, but we want her to have like some sort of animation on it. Unfortunately, Mary does not come with a a flying animation, so we can have her just jumping in place. So when you speak with her, she'll say hello. But the idea is that the behavior is going to be on the number pad, which we should probably hide inside of her body, like so. And this is just an example. There's other ways to do this. And in fact, my way is probably not the most optimum. Make her run in place? Well, I'm glad to hear that, Woke Zombie. And yeah, thanks for helping me figure it out. Can you run through the logic? Yes, I can, Ross Guru. Would you like me to summarize the drawbridge? How do you kill the skeletons with shields? Rion Donna, good question. You'll want to charge your attacks from a distance. Or you can try and parry their attacks. When you parry someone that blocks you, it's going to give you opportunity to strike them while their guard's down. So by parrying, which is right click, that will also drop their guard, but charge attacks is a little bit more consistent. Rion Donna. And yeah, Ross Guru, I will walk through this one more time for you. But let's go look at where Mary is. Where did Mary go? Okay, well that was weird. We'll come back to you, Mary. You're playing hooky. So, about this drawbridge, a couple things are wrong with it. And I just want to preface that this is not the only way to make a drawbridge, but this is the way we decided to make it today. So this drawbridge has a couple things that we started with. The first thing is that it has a pivot point, which we hid in the ground here. So this pivot point is the anchor to our drawbridge. So if we look at it, we can see it has the door behavior. And so whenever a message is sent to this pivot point, it's going to rotate on a pivot. So the way it's facing and the way this number pad has its own pivot, so that when this message is sent, it's going to rotate. And so we have it to where it's falling in front of us. So just to walk through it. And this has been a little bit laggy today, but that's okay. So our bridge here, it currently has no collision, which is interesting. What we can do is probably remove that or add something to kind of simulate it. But when we destroy this rope here, it's spawning. It actually didn't spawn our platform, which was I thought we fixed that. Did I delete it on accident? No, it's right there. Is it because I moved something? We'll make that one visible again. But again, what you saw the drawbridge do is when we sent the message, it rotated on the axis. So what we did was we created 3 bridge platforms and we connected them. So if we were to open up our hierarchy here on the left side of the screen, let me move my camera. You can see that we have our rotating axis, and then we have the initial kind of like platform that it is attached to. And then that initial platform has its own children. So those two. So it's basically like the parent-child. So it goes boom, 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 boom. So that whenever this does something, it's making this one do it. And whenever this one does something, it's making this one do it. Whenever that one does something, it's making the last one do it. Yep. So when it falls, everything is connected. So another thing is we found out that the door component. Oh, I see. I actually added the door on accident to this last one. So there's a chance we actually don't even need this platform here. Huh. Yo, funny enough, that door had actually caused problems that we didn't initially have. Let's see if this works. Yo, okay. So, Woke Zombie, I don't know if you're around, but I accidentally did not delete the door component on this first drawbridge here. So we don't even need this kind of extra floor. That was actually a mistake. I'm human, guys. Give me a break. So what had happened was this door had no collisions, and we were like, why? Oh, I guess because it had the door function. So this part of the bridge had 0 collisions. We were going through it. We were falling through it. So I removed it, and by doing so, it actually reset the pivot. So now we can actually have this, falling bridge here. Man, that's embarrassing. Sorry, everybody. But yeah, this works just fine now, as is. But hey, I could pretend to be an expert. I'm still learning these things myself. So now we gotta take a look at our fairy here. Fairy princess. So let's take a look at Mary. She's not appearing. I'm curious where she goes. V. Exactly, V. And Sparky, you found it. The purple number. That was the only one I couldn't find. So Mary here, we have attached to this number. Oh, we attached it to a different number pad. That's why. Poor Mary. So this is actually how they set it up. Today's quests were hard. I agree, Golly. Yeah, Woke Zombie, let me just show you. No worries. Because we were essentially making it much harder than it needed to be. It was because I didn't remove the door component from this particular bridge. That's why it didn't have collisions, and that's why we had to add, that invisible bridge. But overall, it never needed it. So all I had to do was remove the extra bridge component. This is the only thing that needed the bridge or the door component. So basically we had an extra one. Yeah, DJ EJ, thank you. Baya, that's how we spell it. I was spelling it wrong too. Yeah, Chelios, honestly, me too, bro. Like, a lot of the things I do, I have to talk through it. And streaming in general, I hope all of you give it a try because it's great to kind of like say things out loud. Even if people aren't watching, responding, etc., by saying it out loud, by putting yourself in front of a camera and just kind of like recording yourself even, like you're able to kind of talk things through. But yeah, Woke Zombie, it was a mistake. It was much more simpler than we thought. And by we, I mean me, because I'm in the driver's seat, and I literally took us on like a detour that was unnecessary. So Mary here, we've already pretty much set up how they had it in the quest, the example here. Saged, welcome back. Hope you had a good workout. Twitch education. Exactly, Chelios. I think you'd be a good teacher. I've seen you with your suggestions in chat. Okay, so we want her to look like she's flying. Jump is obviously the best one here. Let's see what fall looks like. We'll have her loop. So this is the same deal. But now she's like kind of wiggling her arms. Another thing to note is that number pad is we can hide it in the ground, but keep that same hierarchy. So check this out. Honestly, this is probably what they did. And it works well. So now we can place Mary about here. And so while that number pad is no longer visible, it's literally like in the ground, Mary's still attached to it. So that's how we made the ferry from today's quest. Does it not work if the animation is looping? Well, I don't think she'll... Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Before I assume. Because you know what they say about assuming. So either one. Oh, look, sure, her arms aren't wiggling anymore. Oh, a good thought, Hot Chips and Source. So Hot Chips and Source suggests, why not make Mary a platform? And so the reason why is because we want that animation. So for example, she has this animated decoration, which is a behavior. And if she doesn't have that, let's just say she is a platform and we'll remove the parent. So she's no longer a child. Mary isn't a child, she's a grown woman. And grown women phase through walls. Wait, I need to see Mary. No, Hot Chips and Sources was a good question. So I wanted to share. So now Mary can phase through walls. I completely botched the parent hierarchy, but that's okay. I need to remove it. See if that fixed it. Okay, great. So, again, just to preface, I know I got a little silly there. But we want Mary to have the animated decoration as her particular behavior. That's why we attached her to the number pad, so that the number pad could have that behavior of going up and down. Mary, this particular asset, needs to have an animated decoration. So we used fall. Fall was a great choice. I know as a joke, Woke suggested using like run, so we can see how she looks. So yeah, that's our fairy. Cool, we can check that off the list. Fairy to float and fly. Aw, yeah. So everyone, it's about 10 a.m. Generally, we wrap up around these times. I'm curious if anybody's streaming. But one thing I do want to do is have a little giveaway. You guys like giveaways? So I'm going to set a timer. 12 minutes for the next giveaway. And then that's probably when we'll wrap up our stream. You know, if any of our friends are streaming, we'd love to throw a raid your way. I know there's some new streamers in the space. So maybe we can visit someone new, someone friendly. If anybody has a suggestion, like if you've talked to any of the other streamers in chat, let me know. So this giveaway here, coming up soon. Let me put this over here. Cool. Workout was good. Washing the dishes. Yo, Sage, you are being productive today. Round of applause for Sage. Soon? Oh, cool. So, Sage, you're going to start streaming soon? Wink, wink. Sage told me about a secret project. I won't say anymore. The only thing I'll say is it's secret. And it's a project. Rihanna Donna, when you played earlier, did you find all 6 chests? Yes. The one that I missed was the kill quest of the skeletons. But you can like see it through the fence. And then there was also the kill quest of the goblins. So you also had to kill all the goblins. Oh my gosh, Sparky. Heart melted. They were adorable. Jayona, what's up? How are you today? Already got one? Nice. Woke Zombie. Do you want to spend it? So if you have 5 of them, if you save up 5 creator coins, I will make a 1/1 NFT.
Do not prove me wrong.
Lula. Thank you for that. That's very kind. 10 bits. Welcome to the stream, Lula. Good morning, dork in chat. Ah, yes, I am the dork. Cool. So, based on our to-do list here, let's take a look at the platform system. So we'll move our spawn point over here. And we're just going to kind of break down how this platform works. I initially assumed that I would need to make my own, but because we're using this template, which you can find in the drafts gallery, you're able to break it down. So let's talk it through. Let's break it down. Sparky, what does VIP get you in the channel? Well, it gets you a badge. So if you look at V, Nick Skull, or Nervex, they all have the badge next to their name. Little diamond. It also makes you whitelisted here at the bottom. So if you're whitelisted, you'll have a green name, and your avatar should stick around after the first time you start typing. I also want to give VIPs more things, but we'll see. So, the way they set it up, at least in this tutorial, which by the way, if you were to play this template, it might be a little bit more up to date compared to mine. So it might not look like this. But the way this is currently structured is that when you touch it, it's going to destroy itself, which is interesting. So it's like a one-time use button. And so we're just kind of like breaking down how this works. So when you touch it, it's also going to send out this message, enable platform 1. I'm curious why they added this delay. That's a long delay for no reason. And it also has an indicator on it. So the indicator says button. So let's look at it. So floating above it, you can see button. And when we get up close, it even has an interaction kind of pop up that says press the button. So now when we click the interact E, we push the button and the platform starts moving. Woke Zombie, that's a good point. I don't think they needed this high of a number, but obviously adding that number prevents, you know, anyone from breaking it, really. But I think even with a 5, it would have worked because it's well, I take that back. By having 10,000, someone wouldn't have that kind of like game sense to walk up and click this again. But regardless, after you click it, it destroys itself. But I can't like re-click it or anything like that. So like even though we clicked it once, it's destroyed. Yeah, exactly, Woke. You can totally just do only once. So yeah, I'm curious why they chose that, but I mean, it's a great example of things you can do in Game Maker. Several things do several things. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean, or do you? Oh, nice, Woke Zombie. So those of you curious, what we're talking about are your little avatars down here. Whenever you talk for the first time in chat, it'll show up for about 3 minutes. And if you were to go to my stream and you scroll down, you can see in the section... Oh, I need to remove that. That was from a tutorial. Rip. See you. So if you scroll down, you'll find this extension, Stream Avatars. You'll click a button that says Approve, and then after a short delay, a long delay, your avatar will show up, and you can customize it. So just by being here for 10 minutes, you'd be able to afford anything in these categories. So for example, let's say you wanted a hairstyle, or you wanted to change your hat. Just by clicking these, you double click it, put it on. I think they'll be locked for you. I own them, so, you know, they're great. They're cool. You look great. But you can customize it. Everything costs about 5 points, 5 gold. And you'll customize your avatar. Okay, so our button here. What don't we like about it? What do we want to fix? Well, for one, I want it to be a different object. So let's add a lever here. And so the lever, we want to essentially replace our button. So for now, we'll start from scratch. And we can kind of have it fake itself, and we can keep that button. Yeah, Woke Zombie, I don't think the 10,000 really does anything special. But like we agreed, it's kind of, you know, a way to prevent the player from spamming it. It's the same thing as the only ones, I would say. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a door component. And so it's going to start on closed. And the message that is being sent out here is the enable platform 01. So what we'll do is we'll have this lever receive that message, enable platform 01, playing the animation. And what we want to do is make it an only once type situation. So what I want to simulate, and of course I'm going to be trial and error here, it might not work the first time, give me a break. But when it does happen, we want it to kind of disable itself. So let's try the toggle behavior function first. And we're going to have a turn off message. So the turn off message will be 0, 1. Let's just see if it works. No. So instead, what we can do is we can say enable platform 0, 1, 0, 1A. So what I'm going to do is when this message is sent out, enable platform 0, 1, it's going to open it, so turn on. Let's see if that works. Nope. So right now the lever isn't even working. Maybe if I add an interact and a trigger. I just want to see it turn on, but I'm also curious if like that is on or off. It should be. Like the lever itself isn't even working. Let's make a new lever and just figure out how the lever works before we continue. Well, the lever's not even working currently. And I removed the toggle behavior, I believe. Oh, wait. Initial be... Oh, good point. Thank you, woke zombie. Okay, so the lever works. It does go up and down. Wonder why this one wasn't working. Okay, so we're looking at it again. We now see it turn itself on. What we're going to do is have another off message here. So this is going to turn it off. We want it to only work once. I'm going to see if this works first. So basically when it turns on, the first time you click it, it's going to stay on every time you click it again. I see. So the initial state is true. What does on look like? That's on. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, everyone, we're going to do a giveaway because this is a simple thing. This is simple. Even though I'm struggling, I promise you it's simple. We'll come back to it. But who wants a giveaway? Keyword? It's woke. Hey, what's up? Thanks everybody for lurking. Crypto Monete, Tarn Slayer, Lil Nori. What's up, Mr. Mysterios? Angie, how are you? Paniolo. Nate, it's way too early for you, bro. But aloha. Thanks for popping in, saying hi. We'll be wrapping up the stream soon. Hope you all have a nice Tuesday. Cyber Tiger's here. What's up, dude? Alright, well, T-minus 10 seconds. Clicking the button. Five, 4, 3, 2. Juan. Lula! Congratulations, Lula. Clap. Lula Love, congrats. So if you'd like to keep that creator coin, you can save up 5 and cash it in.
Do not prove me wrong.
For a 1 out of 1 NFT. Miss V just streamed. Thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate it. But Lula, if you'd like to cash in your creator coin now, you know the drill. You can suggest some of your favorite memes, one or more, and I'll pick one or more to add to the stream. If you're looking for the memes, where are they? They're up there in the top right corner. So if you cash in your creator points, that one seems to be the most favorite.
I'm doing my part.
You can do your part by cashing in your creator coin. But Lula, I'm writing your name down. And we will get in touch. We'll talk about it. But Lula, congratulations. And thank you everyone for tuning in today. The last thing we're going to do is pretend like I know what I'm doing and make this lever closed. So I want it to basically stop flipping after I click it the first time. So I think what I can do is send a message on close, or we want it to open, right? Because it starts closed. So when it opens, we can send the enable platform 01A. Let's see if this works. The message is sending to itself, which you can't really do. Platform 01B. So essentially I'm making like a middleman here. And this is me working out a problem. Honestly, this is not how it needs to be done. This is how I'm doing it. And you have to watch because you're here with me. Been great. Thank you, Rion Donna. I hope you get those taxes done. Chelios, thank you for being here. Thanks for being you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for hopping in, saying hi. So, what was it called? Platform 01A is the message it's waiting for. And then it's going to send out platform 01B. And so 01B is what's turning off the lever. We want it to only happen once. Let's see if that works. Cool. So now the lever does not interact with you anymore. And so I was basically just turning that button into a working lever. We did it! It's not as embarrassing when you finish on a good note. Way to go, me. I'm so proud of me. So who are we raiding today? So there's a couple of new folks streaming. I think we should raid one of them. But who? I don't know. Let's check out this dude. Azriel XS1. Mr. Mysterios. A couple people found it. And yeah, we could not find it ourselves, but I was told near Mary by the platforms. Look for a purple number. So near Mary, purple platforms. New record! Thanks, Nate. Nate, so great to see you here. Mahalo. I'm working on my Hawaiian. So everyone, wrapping up the stream. Stick around for a raid. We're going to raid. I'm going to poke into their stream real quick. Make sure they're not ending. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go say hi to Azriel IXS1. Be supportive. Check out other Sandbox streamers. Make something cool today, guys. Hop into Vox Edit. Hop into the Game Maker. Make something that you can be proud of. You can at least say you did, you tried. Have a great day, everyone. Much love. Toodles!